legislation that did survive is, and it was no surprise because it passed out of the Senate before crossover day, in fact, is SB 21. SB 21 would essentially strip government immunity, what's called sovereign immunity, from local governments and local officials that don't necessarily comply with ICE, with immigration enforcement, especially when we're talking about those ICE detainers. And so what that does is it opens up these local governments, many of whom are already struggling to, with their budgets, and to ensure that they're able to stretch those local tax dollars. It puts those local tax dollars at risk. We're talking about tax dollars that local community members are paying to their government to continue doing the work that they're doing, then being threatened by frivolous lawsuits for local governments not complying with ICE detainers, which federal courts repeatedly have ruled are voluntary, are not, mandatory for local governments to, adhere to. So we're going to continue fighting SB 21, not just because of the potential waste of tax dollars we're going to see, but because we know that this type of legislation hurts our local economies. It makes our community members more fearful of participating in the workforce, from seeking health care, from going to school, getting an education that we all deserve, and it hurts the relationship between public safety, community services, departments with the local government and the community members. What happens there is what we see happen when bills like this are passed and signed into law is that community members are less likely to report crimes. And so that makes our communities, not just undocumented people's communities, all of our communities, less safe. So that's why we're going to continue to fight against SB 21. And we encourage you to join us in that fight, whether it's signing a call to action that I believe has been shared on our social media accounts, or coming and joining us at the Gold Dome, because the Capitol building is it's not owned by the legislators. It's not owned by the wealthy. It's owned by the taxpayers of Georgia. It's your house just as much as it is anyone else's. So join us at the Capitol. Join us in this fight so we can continue to advocate for our community and preserve our community's tax dollars and safety. That's it for La Pinche Política. We'll be right back with our final bit from El Pueblo Unido.